Stick around because what you're about to hear is nothing short of explosive. The Labour Party is facing one of its most significant crises under Keir Starmer's leadership. We're talking about a scandal that could potentially destroy his political career and shake the very foundations of his leadership. The allegations, which have just come to light, involve the Southport constituency, a critical area for Labour's future in the north. What initially started as mere rumours has now escalated into a full-blown political nightmare. Investigative journalist Isabel Oakeshott, renowned for her fearless exposés, has uncovered shocking details that could bring down not just a few Labour figures but possibly Keir Starmer himself. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty details, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Your support helps us dig deeper, exposing truths that others would rather keep hidden.
What I do know is that the public will be only more suspicious that there's been some kind of very high-level cover-up here when they see their own MPs being shut down and being gagged. It's a really, really bad look.
Over the last few weeks, rumours began circulating about an ongoing scandal in Southport, a key Labour stronghold. For those who might not know, Southport is one of the pivotal constituencies in the north, regarded as a major part of Keir Starmer's strategy to win back the working-class vote. However, what was once a symbol of hope for Labour is now rapidly becoming a symbol of its failure. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for your incredible support. To celebrate, we're giving away £1,000 to 10 lucky winners, £100 each. Here's how to enter. Subscribe to our channel. Like this post. Drop your postcode in the comments. Once we hit 10,000 subscribers, we'll randomly select the winners. Don't miss your chance to be part of the £1,000 giveaway. Start now, and it could be you.
I just want to add, you know what I talked about earlier, that Mr. Cummings enlightened us on the process. And I just looked up what he actually said, because I think it's really important. He actually says that Keir Starmer would have known within minutes or a couple of hours absolute maximum, in brackets, even if he was already in something urgent. And he outlines what would have happened.
It all started with allegations of missing funds and financial mismanagement. At first, the claims seemed limited in scope, but the deeper you dig, the more disturbing the details become. Millions of pounds were allocated for vital community projects in Southport, funds intended to improve local schools, roads, and healthcare services. However, as Isabel Oakeshott's investigation revealed, these funds appear to have gone missing.
I think that is sensational. It's really important. It suggests that there was a cover-up at the highest level.
There are reports that projects meant to benefit the community were left unfinished, with some even alleging that the money was diverted elsewhere. This was funding intended to help the people of Southport, but instead, it appears to have disappeared without a trace.
Well, I think the timing was very carefully engineered. I think my own sense is that Keir Starmer and the Home Secretary knew perfectly well about these extra details, which are of enormous public interest and importance, very early on.
What's even more troubling is the alleged cover-up. According to sources within the Labour Party, once the mismanagement began to come to light, Keir Starmer's leadership team reportedly swung into action, not to address the problem but to conceal it. Whistleblowers who attempted to raise concerns about the misuse of funds were reportedly silenced, adding another layer of controversy to the unfolding scandal.
Number 10 set out precisely why, in his experience, Sir Keir Starmer would have known about this perhaps within hours of the dreadful incident happening. And he actually went through the process by which a Prime Minister would be informed of something like that and the various authorities involved. And I took that to be very, very credible information.
In fact, some sources claimed that Labour insiders were actively involved in ensuring the public never learned the truth about what happened in Southport. This kind of behaviour raises serious questions about the very foundation of Keir Starmer's leadership. He campaigned on promises of transparency and honesty, yet here we are facing allegations of a cover-up surrounding a significant scandal. This doesn't just impact Southport, it threatens the entire credibility of Labour's leadership under Starmer.
We are witnessing one of the biggest cover-ups we've ever seen in our lives. On Southport, all I can say to you right now is I know a hell of a lot more than the British public know. A hell of a lot more.
According to documents that have surfaced as part of Isabel Oakeshott's investigation, millions of pounds earmarked for essential public services have simply vanished. The funds were allocated for critical projects such as road repairs, upgrading local schools, and improving healthcare facilities in Southport. Yet, the money appears to have disappeared without fulfilling its intended purpose.
In relation to the Muslim community, look, let me be very clear. I will take every step that's necessary to keep you safe. And that's why I said what I said about mosques being attacked because they're mosques. The far right is showing who they are. We have to show who we are in response to that, and that's why we pulled together this response this afternoon to try and coordinate and make sure.
None of these projects seem to have materialised, leaving the community still grappling with ageing infrastructure, overcrowded classrooms, and a broken healthcare system. At the heart of this issue lies the pressing question: where did the money go? Some suggest the funds were misappropriated, funneled into projects that benefited Labour backers, or simply mismanaged by those tasked with overseeing them.
Sometimes, I'm not sure if I can use this language, but I'm going to go for it. Sometimes the law is an ass, isn't it? I mean, to ordinary people, it's perfectly clear that the allegations, and they are just allegations, we're being very careful here, constitute allegations
going on here,
of
and it's
terrorism.
annoying because I don't know what it is.
You know, what more do we need to say on that? I think
the financial trail is murky, and Isabel Oakeshott's investigation has uncovered troubling signs of deliberate obfuscation. Internal memos obtained by her team suggest there were concerted efforts to ensure the mismanagement never came to light. Labour officials reportedly instructed their staff to remain silent, and some sources claimed that individuals who attempted to whistleblow were threatened with retaliation.
we were told today in the House of Commons by Lindsay Hoyle that this trial is going to take place in January. Now, I really, really hope that's true. I would like to have seen the defendant, the accused, in court long before then, but under our creakingly slow, hopeless justice system.
But here's where it gets even worse. This isn't just a case of poor management or a few bad apples. Isabel Oakeshott uncovered evidence suggesting that Keir Starmer's inner circle was aware of the situation but chose to bury it rather than address the problem. This isn't about one rogue politician or an isolated incident. It's about systematic attempts to hide the truth. And this wasn't an isolated cover-up either, it reflects a broader culture within the Labour Party under Starmer's leadership. Instead of taking responsibility and dealing with the issue transparently, Starmer's team allegedly worked to obscure it under layers of bureaucratic red tape.
January is actually quite an achievement. You know, I really was quite afraid that it would take even longer than that. So hopefully we're not going to have too long to wait to hear the precise detail of how all this allegedly came about.
Instead of showing leadership and standing by the people of Southport, the Labour leadership turned its back on them. This is a betrayal of public trust, and it's a betrayal of the values Starmer claimed to uphold. People were left in the dark, and Labour's public image took a massive hit as a result. The fallout from this scandal has been nothing short of catastrophic for Keir Starmer. Initially, some within the Labour Party thought they could weather the storm, hoping the public would forget about Southport. But the public isn't letting it slide. The story has gained traction, and with each passing day, more and more details emerge. Public outrage is growing, and the criticism of Starmer's leadership is intensifying. It's clear that the public feels betrayed. They were promised change, and instead, they got deception.
I think he should apologise, and then he should resign. I think he's an absolute disgrace, and I don't think he's fit to hold office. He is a man that has an inflated ego. It's always everyone else's fault.
Social media is ablaze with angry posts about the scandal. People are demanding accountability, and some have even gone so far as to say that this scandal proves that Labour under Starmer isn't the party of the people, it's just another establishment machine protecting its own. The #Starmer cover-up is trending, and it's becoming increasingly clear that this scandal could be the one that brings down Starmer's leadership. If he doesn't act quickly and decisively, it could mark the beginning of the end for him. In fact, there are already whispers within Labour about the future of Starmer's leadership. Senior members of the party are reportedly urging him to step down before the scandal causes even more damage. But Starmer, to his credit, has denied any involvement in the cover-up, maintaining that he knew nothing about the situation in Southport until the scandal broke. However, this claim has done little to calm the storm. The public is demanding answers, and Starmer's refusal to take full responsibility only adds fuel to the fire. More calls for his resignation are coming in, and with each passing day, the pressure on him intensifies.
I don't think anyone thought the first 100 days of this Labour government would be so chaotic. I expected them to be bad. I didn't expect them to be this bad. Now, I speak to people out and about, and it's very much now, it's us and them. These were meant to be for the working man, for the working woman.
The longer Starmer remains silent or fails to take concrete action, the more likely it is that his political career will be irreparably damaged. So, what happens now? Starmer's leadership is hanging by a thread. The public is simmering, and the pressure on him to do something, anything, is reaching a boiling point. The scandal in Southport has become a national story, and with each new revelation, more and more people are questioning whether Starmer is fit to lead. His promises of a clean, transparent Labour Party are now in tatters, and it's clear that the public is losing faith. Within Labour, things are even more fraught. Senior members of the party are reportedly divided on how to handle the situation. Some believe Starmer should stay and fight to restore his credibility, while others are calling for his resignation. It's no longer a question of whether this scandal will hurt Starmer, it's a matter of how much damage it will cause to his leadership and to Labour's reputation as a whole. The public's trust in Starmer is fading fast, and his chances of leading Labour into the next general election are looking increasingly unlikely. If this scandal continues to grow, we could see a full-blown leadership crisis within the Labour Party. The longer Starmer waits to address it, the more likely it is that he'll be forced out by his own party. Here's the chilling part: Isabel Oakeshott has hinted that this is just the beginning. Southport might be the most glaring example, but she suggests that there are many more scandals lurking in the shadows of the Labour Party, and they could come to light at any moment. If the public learns about more corruption or mismanagement within Labour, the damage to Starmer's leadership could be irreversible. According to Oakeshott, the Southport scandal is just the tip of the iceberg. She's uncovered evidence that points to a larger problem within Labour, one that could have far-reaching consequences for the party's credibility. Starmer might have thought he could keep this under wraps, but with Oakeshott's investigation revealing more and more damning details, it seems increasingly likely that there are even bigger secrets waiting to be uncovered. If these other scandals come to light, they could spell the end of Starmer's leadership and perhaps even the downfall of Labour as we know it. There's an undeniable sense of urgency as Starmer's team scrambles to deal with the fallout from Southport. The question is, will this scandal spark a chain reaction? And will the public start demanding the truth about what else has been hidden within Labour's ranks? One thing is certain: the days of Starmer's calm and composed leadership are numbered. If these revelations keep coming, people are tired of politicians who promise transparency but deliver only more secrets. Labour's credibility is on the line, and Starmer's failure to act decisively and take full responsibility for the Southport scandal could lead to even more disastrous revelations. This could be the moment that brings about a new chapter in British politics, a chapter where accountability and truth matter more than political survival. Now more than ever, the public needs to demand answers. This scandal is far from over, and it's up to us, the people, to keep pushing for transparency and accountability from those in power. If you want to stay informed and make sure you're on the right side of history, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. We've only just scratched the surface of this story, and with your support, we can continue to bring you the latest developments as they unfold. Remember, this scandal isn't just about one politician, it's about the way the Labour Party is handling public trust. It's about how political elites think they can cover up corruption and get away with it. But with your voice, we can hold them accountable. Don't let this scandal fade into the background. Keep pushing for the truth. Keep questioning those in power, and together, we can make sure that justice prevails. As the pressure mounts and the walls close in on Starmer, the future of the Labour Party hangs in the balance. The Southport scandal could be just the beginning, and if the Labour leadership fails to take swift action, this could be the end of Starmer's political career. The public is watching, and they are demanding accountability. Starmer's days at the helm of Labour are numbered unless he can salvage his reputation and restore the public's trust. But with each passing day, it seems less and less likely that he will be able to turn the tide. The road ahead for Labour looks uncertain, and the fallout from Southport could reverberate through the party for years to come. One thing is clear: the Labour Party under Keir Starmer is at a crossroads. Whether it's his leadership or the party itself that will survive this scandal is still to be seen. But the time for excuses is over. The public wants answers, and they're not going to stop demanding them anytime soon. Stay tuned to this channel for more updates, and thank you for being part of the conversation. Together, we'll make sure the truth comes out, no matter how many powerful people try to hide it. No matter how